Anastasia Forrest with eXp Realty, and I'm making this video to tell you all about what it's really like to live in downtown St. Augustine. Buckle up, get ready, because here we go. As far as entertainment and being in the heart of it all, there is no better place to live in St. Augustine than downtown. You've got history, tons of history. Castillo de San Marcos, the old fort. You've got these beautiful buildings like the Leitner Museum and Flagler College. And just wait, because if you haven't been here during Christmas time and the holiday season, you will be astounded by the beauty of the Christmas lights that are put up everywhere. So St. Augustine, downtown is definitely a wonderful place to spend time. And you'll find there's shopping and amazing restaurants. And like I said, tons of stuff that you can check out and explore as far as the historic aspect goes, and just the culture of it all, enjoying the ambiance of it all. While we can all visit places and enjoy them, living there is usually something a little different. So I'm going to tell you from my firsthand experience what it's like to actually live in downtown St. Augustine. First, we're going to go into the pros and the great parts about it. As far as the great parts about living in downtown St. Augustine, the most amazing thing is just the fact that you can get up, leave your house, and walk downtown and grab a cup of coffee in the morning at St. George Street. Or you can go out, if you want to go out to dinner, you don't have to drive, you don't have to worry about parking, which parking can be a little challenging downtown, but you can just walk, you can stroll, you can enjoy the ambiance, and you don't have to worry about a car, you don't have to worry about traveling there, you're just there. So that's really wonderful. I really enjoyed getting up in the morning and going for a run and running along. I'd run actually up the hill at the fort, Castillo de San Marcos. I'd run up that hill and then I'd go along the bayfront, and it's just beautiful and it's neat. It's a neat experience to be immersed in the history of downtown and to be living it now. So I enjoyed that. Other wonderful things about living downtown is if you like being in the midst of the excitement, you will be, because whenever there's a parade or a run or a festival, you're going to sense the activity. And by sense the activity, I mean, you're either going to hear it, because if there's a festival, like a music festival, you'll probably, if you live close enough to it, you're going to hear the music. You're going to see people walking to the festival, to Francis Field, which is where we have the festivals. You're going to see people coming in to come see the lighting that happens at Christmas time or at the holidays. You're going to, fireworks are a big event that happens downtown. You're going to see people, walking to go see the fireworks. And if you like to be in the midst of the action, this is going to be awesome for you. On the other hand, if you don't like to be in the midst of the action and maybe you want a more quiet, private, secluded place to live, downtown St. Augustine may not be the best fit for you. But there are different neighborhoods in downtown. So one of the streets I lived on, called Saragossa Street, that street is pretty much in the heart of downtown. It's actually in a section called Flagler Model Land District. And it is definitely in the heart. We saw the action, people, the 5K runs would go right in front of our house. And it was wonderful. I actually really loved it. It was pretty neat to be in the heart. But say you don't want to be right in the heart. There are other neighborhoods downtown that aren't as close to everything. Namely, Lincolnville, for example, that neighborhood, you can be a little bit a little further away from the I guess all the main actions and the main attractions of downtown. They're a little more tucked back. So there are definitely other neighborhoods you could look at in downtown if you don't want to be right in the middle of all the action. And perhaps I'm exaggerating the amount of action. I have lived here since '94. So and this is a small town. So what is a lot of action for someone like me living in a small southern town, for you actually might not be. But tourism is big here, and I don't want to be. I don't want to be. I don't want to hide that or pretend like it's not. It is. It's easy to see that we have a lot of tourism, but I'd say it's overall the vibe is still very chill um, and cozy and quaint. Um, so I hope that helps to give a little picture of what it's like to live in downtown. Another thing to be aware of when you live downtown is Airbnbs are a business that people run here. So you will find Airbnbs probably on your street or nearby. And that's just part of I think most places now have Airbnbs. And if you are interested in buying a property to start an Airbnb, I have personal experience with that. Myself and my husband, we have done that with our previous property downtown. I'm happy to share our experience with you as far as that goes. And finally, I want to address a question that you may have, especially if you're not from the area. You might wonder about hurricanes and flooding, because if you do much research into St. Augustine, over the past recent history, you're probably going to find some articles about Hurricane Matthew and Hurricane Irma. We have been affected by a couple of hurricanes in our recent history, and downtown is, generally speaking, lower of a lower elevation than other parts of St. Augustine. So some homes in downtown St. Augustine did experience water intrusion during these hurricanes. But not all of them. So I want to go ahead and dispel any kind of misconception that if you live downtown, you're going to be in danger of being flooded. It depends on the property. It depends on the particular elevation of the particular property. For example, the house that myself and my husband owned on Saragossa Street, we were in a flood zone and we did pay flood insurance. However, not once did we experience any water intrusion into the home. The streets would get there'd be a lot of water in the streets and we would evacuate during hurricanes, but we never experienced water intrusion in the home from a hurricane, like flooding or anything like that. So I just want to set your mind at ease as far as that goes. Please do be aware that, a lot of downtown, if not all of it, is a flood zone, in the flood zone. So that's something to be aware of. So you will have flood insurance. But as far as, it doesn't mean that you're going to have a house that floods if you live downtown. There's still plenty of people living down there, plenty of demand to live down there. And we personally loved our experience downtown. I hope this video has given you some insight into what it's like to live downtown. If you'd like to hear more information or read some more information about living in St. Augustine, definitely go ahead and click on this link. I will send you, first of all, a buyer's guide. And second of all, I am working on a guide to St. Augustine. And once I have that, I'd be happy to send that to you. In the meantime, if you have any questions, feel free to send me a message or give me a call. Have a great day. Bye.